So y'all, we back with another video, man. On We 2K20, y'all. We 2K20 season 2, episode 46. Let's get right to it, y'all. It's really boy. So we going up against the 76ers. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, bro. This is gonna be a fun matchup against this team, bro. This is my league, my career, y'all. We're on a 45 game winning streak. About to be on a 46 game winning streak, y'all. Hey, yo, bro, we're playing against the 76ers on their home court, bro. Yo, Ben Simmons a point guard, but he can't shoot threes, bro. Like how? Like Ben Simmons a point guard. Every point guard should shoot. Every point guard shoot threes, but not Ben Simmons. Why is he a point guard but he can't shoot threes though? Why is he a point guard but he can't shoot threes? It doesn't make no sense because point guards shoot threes, bro. Point guards shoot a lot of threes, bro. For real.
A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement.
I'm gonna get Ben Simmons on my All-Star team too.
The tallies start coming in.
Look at Simmons.
Oh no.
Most votes in the Eastern Conference
I might
on his way. He'll be a
and
that's a byproduct.
We are nearly ready for let's hear from our very own David.
I'm just gonna get Ben Simmons on my All-Star team.
Well, it took.
I was gonna get Curry early, but nah, I'm good. I'm gonna Ben Simmons on my All-Star team, bro.
The starters for Los Angeles. Jay out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Prez. Then it's G, and it's Smooth in at the point guard. And for Philadelphia, big forward pair. Harris the 3, and Horford.
Come on, Ben Simmons.
Simmons and Smith are your 1 and your 2, and it's Embiid.
Yo, Ben Simmons, bro. You know I can block your shot too, bro. You know that. Oh yeah, I like that.
Two teams with huge expectations this season.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a good defense. You dunked on, boy.
Side wants to give in to the others, so I think we've got 2 playoff teams here.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
To the paint. Puts the move on.
Oh yeah.
The Lakers with the rebound.
That's a good defense.
Over in the corner, Prez. Here's Smooth. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's.
Free throw line jump shot. It's money, bro.
And you do not
free throw line jump shot
because that
it's money, bro.
Cooked.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps points off the
I just wanna dunk on that boy. Yo, I just wanna dunk on Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass.
I wanna dunk on Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons.
Come up with the steal. That's still a nice defensive play.
Down low, here's Simmons, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And folks, the coaches.
It's not a foul, bro.
Game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good
call. It is a good call, boy.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail.
See, that's not no foul, bro.
The original personal foul. Getting
a different angle can
sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast
you cannot guard
and how hard it can be sometimes.
Dunking on Joel Embiid. Dunking on Joel Embiid, bro.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to
I want to dunk on Tobias Harris. Yeah, and I want to dunk on Ben Simmons too, bro.
Harris kicks to Smith to the left side wing. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Oh, he can't shoot.
Pass to Harris.
Yeah, boy.
Just 5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off the shot. Embiid, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start.
Let me just flop.
Impressive start here.
He
That's
just
5
flopped.
straight makes to start the game.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Smith scanning the floor. Here's Simmons.
Get the cheese out of here, boy. Get it out. Get it out.
Here's Prez.
Get it out, bro.
No good with it.
Hey, get it out, bro.
To making the defense pay.
Hey, block your perfect release shot. Get it out, Ben Simmons. I can block your shot, bro. You think I can't? I can. I can block your shot.
With the floater.
He tried, bro. Oh, he tried to do a floater.
They're seeing Philadelphia this year.
Yeah, this is a great
Let's go, boy.
guys. I mean, even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
They really do. I mean, whenever they play each other, it means a little bit extra. These are two franchises, you said, that
look at Ben Simmons, bro. Look at him.
share of tangles in the back.
Smith with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Yeah.
2 on the clock. With 3, Harris. The 76ers with another miss.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender.
I'm gonna take over y'all. So y'all know the double team coming.
Against it.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
Here's Simmons. He had 13 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Hey, boy.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done,
Joking on Al Horford.
Yes, sir.
Joking on Al Horford, bro.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense. So
Yo, that last game against the Nets. That last game against the Nets, y'all.
Trying to free himself up. And
Kyrie Irving got 39 points in that last game, bro.
The size, the speed of Simmons captivating, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Splash.
James.
Oh my.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That boy.
Poked away, out of bounds.
I knew.
He takes possession.
I knew that was gonna happen, bro.
We've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is
The
sitting.
Sixers got the best record in the league on the Eastern side. Okay.
Taking a look
We got the best record too, boy.
Form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
And for Philadelphia, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep.
I don't know how did he make Arden. That was some good defense.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down.
Dumping on Al Horford again, bro.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia.
Hey, boy.
Going by 10. Here's Smooth. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Passes it to Horford. Simmons on the wing.
Yeah, boy, you can't shoot threes.
Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after foot injuries costing him the first 2 years mark of his career. And then, back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steal us for the promised land.
Hey, boy.
Look
at,
you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on it. Let's keep it in so we can see it again.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Horton. And it's in for Smith. Wade, he's checked in for the Lakers.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move.
On his part.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Embiid, and it's James Ennison for Tobias Harris. Puts it up off the inbound, and the rejection by James.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed.
Let's go, boy.
Finishing off good defense.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Here's Ennis. No good that time. Good D by James. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Smooth. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Smooth's got 32 points in the game.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now. Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff.
Big man. Bro, prayers, bro. You better guard him.
Common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court. Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
All right, big, nah, big.
Leading by 16.
I want it, nah, big.
Loose.
Yo, nah. Yo, trash, bro. Hey, that's the only way I can get steals by double teaming, bro. Yo, trash always, bro.
Pass to Ennis.
Hey, boy.
Trash. Moving the ball around.
I just want to punch your. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's a good defense.
Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
I'm 17 for 17, bro.
And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
That is not possible. What we
That's
just
rocking the room, bro.
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but
Yo, that's rocking the room, bro. That's rocking the
Kevin and Greg,
room.
I'm telling you, that is one
That's
of the
rocking the
few
room, bro.
NBA who can pull something like that off.
I'm gonna take over again. Y'all see, y'all know the double team coming again, bro.
Points on the board.
Boy, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possessions.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Oh yeah.
A rebound.
Trash, bro.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Smooth. And
Let's
the
go,
basket
boy.
is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go
Convert
strong.
3-point play, boy. I'm
Hey,
getting
Greg,
the
you know,
3
defense
points
has
the
been
old
very
fashioned
slow
way,
to
boy.
adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Get that, boy. Don't do that little hop, bro.
Inside.
Oh yeah.
Here's
Oh yeah, like that.
And he floats in for
Oh.
the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
With Ben Simmons, his wheelhouse is in close.
Trash. Let's go. Let's go at the buzzer. Let's go, Kyle Kuzma.
Ahead by
Let's
26
go,
points as we
bro.
get ready for the break.
Let's go.
Been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy.
That's what I'm talking
Back
about,
into this
bro.
break.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Kyle Kuzma. Let's go, bro. That's what we need. That's what we do. We shoot threes. We make a splash.
To the United
Let's
States.
go.
Not knowing English, obviously I had a big.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is
Go,
especially
Kyle
on the
Kuzma.
beat.
Let's go, bro.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second.
Bro.
And for the Lakers, this
Wow,
has
bro.
been the game
Look
they
at
wanted to have.
2K, bro.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start the
boy.
second quarter, they've got DeMarcus Cousins. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jay. Then there's Smooth. And it's Bryant in at the 2 guard. The pass to Burke. Clock at 4.
No.
Offline with his 3. Here's Smooth. And he jams it with authority.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And Los Angeles was
Converting the 3-point play, boy. I'm getting the 3 points the old fashioned way, boy.
Subbed in for Bryant.
The old fashioned way, boy.
Steal for him. And that's his 6th. And
With the reverse winning.
There it is. 50 points for him, and the record is his.
Greg, I'm in awe of his year.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely
boy.
in awe. To have this many 50-point games is just something most players dream of.
That 1960.
I have 46 games of 3-point of 50 points.
But the record
46 games.
set in that year
Yo.
has been broken. An achievement.
I have 46 games
And once again, he crosses
of 50
the 50-point
points.
threshold.
46 games
Great
of 50
basketball,
points, bro.
something you can never take for granted.
You see it every time he takes the floor.
46
And
games
the
of 50
76ers
points.
making a change here. Bolden's checked in. Burke can't get it to go.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just
Against his constitution.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch
No.
up with our Hall of
Wow.
Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your
I didn't call it time though, so.
All the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the
Alright,
same
bro.
time,
Quick
I want to be
isolation.
more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Yet
Boy.
another bucket. He's been
He dunked on
absolutely
boy.
ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And it's Burke with the ball for the 76ers.
Oh, yeah.
Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may
With the
not know
reverse.
Yeah, I
With the
enjoy golf.
reverse.
I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games too.
Bro,
In terms of
all right, big Simmons.
fan of football, both college and pro, enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And so by Scott.
Big big.
Outside, Simmons.
Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing, bro?
Scott. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
From the wing. No good from Simmons.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Prez passes to Smooth.
Where's all that space?
By Los Angeles.
Bro, just give me the ball. Just give it to me, bro. I got it.
Smooth's got 57 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
No.
Stolen by Prez. And the Lakers with another turnover here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Horford comes in for Jonah Bolden. Tobias Harris
Come on, why you fouling, bro?
and Smith.
That's why you got 3 fouls, because you
Smooth checked
stupid.
in for the Lakers.
Some trash.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. From 18 feet away. That one a little long for Los Angeles. They've gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get
that ball up the court as fast as you can.
On the wing, Harris. That's tipped. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, you can't allow Harris to get comfortable there now, guys. I mean, once he gets the positioning he wants, you're toast.
Bro.
Embiid with the steal.
How many turnovers do I got?
Smith outside.
That boy.
Another steal. Pushing it up. Here's Smooth. He got it again. Sensational.
Makes that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Burke with it. He's picked up by James.
Some Burks. Yo, you trash, Burke.
Passes it to Horford. Smith outside. Pass to Burke. He swipes the ball away again.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean,
I'm gonna take over again, yo.
Yes, he does.
So y'all know the double team coming again, bro.
Yeast rising
boy.
and helium floating.
Here's Smooth. Banked in off the glass.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
That boy.
Away. And up the floor again for the Lakers, running the court.
Oh, get it! Just attacks the rim.
What a throwdown there, man.
That's not what I was expecting.
Me either. I don't think anybody was. Even he didn't know what he was going to pull off on that one. Spectacular.
Takes creativity and spontaneity. The ability to make it up on the fly, that's special.
Here's Horford.
Yeah.
Here's Embiid. Oh, that's blocked. And the 76ers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
He was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships in Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It
Don't
goes
get no
way deeper
Joel Embiid
than
again,
the
bro.
box score.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And Kobe is subbed in for Prez. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Another steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Jumps up. And yep, another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Embiid, the pass to Harris. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
This is nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got his 6th assist on the night.
He's shooting 95% as a team, bro.
Presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Here's Smooth.
Slash.
It again. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Horford finds Burke. And B trying to break loose.
Come on, bro.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the
Oh,
shooting
no,
foul.
never mind.
Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans
Mr.
can't say how
Praise.
emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous
I missed my
hustle,
first shot.
creativity
No.
on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the
Okay,
ball
boy.
pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And the shot goes
Perfect
in.
release.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Bro, why y'all keep fouling, bro?
And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Thursday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
James Ennis, he'll check in for the 76ers. Simmons comes in for
Slash. Oh, Kurt.
no good.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
No good there.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Outside, Simmons.
Bro,
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call
I
with
just
the
keep
foul.
fouling.
Well, you look at Ben Simmons and that great body of his and the skills of a guard. That is an incredibly unique combination.
Jonah Bolden's checked in for the 76ers. Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Another steal. Here's Smooth. Good. He hits again. And there it is. 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Another steal. And he goes
360,
in
boy.
for the dunk.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a
I'm
remarkable
gonna take
jump.
over.
These fans
I'm gonna
jaws
take
are
over
on
again,
the
y'all.
ground
So
right
y'all
now.
know the dope team coming again,
Platinum
bro.
level highlight reel material.
Dude.
That is Showtime stuff there.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates.
Jordan crazy, boy.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Harris looking it over. Outside, Simmons.
Come on, bro. Shoot it. Shoot it.
14 feet away. Shot clock at 6.
Trash. Oh. Whew. Fast seconds left, bro. You already know.
Here's
Fast
Smooth.
6 left.
He gets it up.
Splash.
He nails it just in time.
At the buzzer. Perfect release.
On the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And
Yeah.
so it's Los Angeles with a huge break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was all about the Lakers as the game got going. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seem to be on the same page. They're only hoping
We shooting 92% as a team, bro. Let's go, bro. That's good right there.
And that'll
92%
do it for us. The third
as a
quarter
team,
about to
bro.
begin
Yeah,
with Kevin
that's
Harlan
good.
standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Not Brett Brown.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Reverse.
Well, with a double-double
Kobe
in
Bryant
hand through
reverse
two quarters,
slam, boy.
you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Smith and Harris are out on the wings. And it's Simmons in at the one spot. And it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Here's Smooth, and another one falls. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
He lobs up the pass, and stolen by James.
The hard swing, boy.
Wow.
The hard swing, boy. The hard swing, boy. Keep playing me, boy.
Phenomenal offensive onslaught. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Nabbing another steal.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable. Even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Slam, boy.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
James against Smith. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Dishes to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Simmons. Horford trying to free himself up. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Smith.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help. A big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Prez. And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for you, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying it. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4 on 5 when they're on offense with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it. When teams can lock into you, they're going to make you do what you're uncomfortable doing.
And here's Harris from the arc.
Yeah.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and
on the
they've really been strong on the glass. Coming
out the break.
Up top, Simmons. He's got 31, and the foul on Dwayne Wade. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Scott comes in for Harris. And the Lakers also making a change. Ryan's checked in. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That
was fun.
But not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Prez is checked in for Wade. And Smooth subbed in for Kobe. For 3, Smith.
Brick.
Shot.
Brick City. Brick City.
Way now.
Move it off for me. Ooh.
Here's Smooth. Non-stop scoring machine here. From deep, James. Again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And the efficiency is there.
I'm gonna take over again. Y'all say y'all know the double team coming again, bro.
It hasn't hurt them though.
He's got a clear path. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Simmons. Back to Embiid. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter. LA has gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Here's Smooth, guarded by Embiid.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. The Lakers, #1. The 76ers in 2nd.
And these teams have both hung their hat on their defense, especially in the paint. We're looking at 2 of the premier shot blocking teams in our league. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Let's go, boy.
Jay's got to get his 2nd bucket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side. Wow, we are going to remember that one.
Whoever win that paint, boy.
Greg, that was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
The 76ers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Pass to Smith. Smith drawn the double team. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Bucket is good. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it. And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Smith outside. Pocket 6. He kicks it to Scott. Shoots the 3. And no good that time. James with some nice D. Here's Smooth. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Here's Smith. The pass to Simmons. Down low. Here's O'Quinn. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so.
Oh, I got him.
I mean,
I got his ankles.
Who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken
Whoa,
away.
put something in for me.
On the defense from them tonight.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Joel Embiid. James Ennis comes in for Mike Scott. And Trey Burke subbed in for Zaire Smith. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Jay. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Smooth. Stolen by Wade. Prez kicks to Cousins, passes it to Prez. He gets it in there.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Fast break points, the edge goes to them, and those quick buckets are easy money. I love to see that.
Now Simmons, 33 points for him. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Simmons. And then for Los Angeles, Jay's checked in for Cousins. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Smooth subbed in for Dwayne Wade.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Convert 3-point play, boy. I'm getting the 3 points the old-fashioned way, boy.
Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic. Man, can he pass? He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list.
With the default
Marcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Hilton the pass to Horford. There's the dish to Burke.
No.
The
boy.
Sixers again can't hit it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Smooth. The shot. Good work defensively by Horford. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Pass to Horford.
No.
To halt
No.
the run. The Lakers with the rebound. Prez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Smooth. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Horford. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Bolden passes to Milton. Now Burke. Horford trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Burke's got 7 points.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Smooth. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
For the finish. Oh!
My goodness.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, let's go home. That was
I'm gonna
just
take over with me, yo. So y'all know the dunk team coming to
I
Bird.
saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
LA has gotten 2/3 of their 3-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Drains it from beyond.
Splash.
Well, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Splash, boy. I make splash.
And here is Burke.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has 7. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Burke.
At the line for your 76ers, Trey Burke.
And that one misses.
2 shots.
You already know, boy.
And he's good on the
Oh,
second.
my. You could have just missed. No. Oh.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, able to put on a show for the ages. They have been excellent at both ends of the floor. The scoreboard showing what a complete
The
performance.
Chiefs out of here, boy.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Kyle Kuzma is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Smooth. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Kobe in at the 2-guard position. Fast break. The Lakers. Here's Smooth. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Davis is checked in for Cousins. Jay comes in for James. James checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Prez is subbed in for Kobe.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Okay. Pass to Milton. Here's Korkmaz. There's the pass to Neto.
No.
3-pointer on the way.
No.
Drills the 3-pointer. Neto's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Smooth. And the bucket is good.
Yeah,
3-point play chance here for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well,
Convert
defensive
3-point play, boy.
rotations, Greg, have been
Convert
a step
3-point play,
slow.
boy. I'm
It's
getting
really
the
helped
3
them get
points.
that ball
The
inside
old-fashioned way,
time
boy.
after time.
Passes to Ennis.
Oh.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Hilton the pass to Bolden. Here's Neto, 6 to shoot.
No.
Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Wow.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And he makes all three. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question, because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
Lets it fly. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And the shot goes down.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
76ers shooting the ball at 42%. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Neto, that's a two-pointer. Misses off the right iron.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
To the right side.
No.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And he makes
good. Trash, that's why.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Pass to Milton. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 5 on the clock. They double hit with James. Looking to end. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases
covered
really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like
to see
consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool, because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie. Bryant skying high to slam it home. Always looking to stuff with style.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean,
no idea what got into his head right there.
And the 76ers making a change here. Quinn's checked in. To the paint. Here's Neto. It's Los Angeles. Jay's got
That's good defense.
Now in the game.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Pass to Korkmaz.
Oh, his face. Look at his face.
Not close. He feeds it to Scott. Korkmaz passes to Neto to end the cold streak, and the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's foul number 2 for him. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside.
The horror scene, boy.
Oh, man. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and
I'm gonna take over again, yo. So y'all know the double team. So y'all know the double team can get burnt.
it's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Keep playing,
The
boy.
Lakers another fast break chance right here.
Splash.
And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
Here's Smooth. Finished off the break.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the pass to O'Quinn.
Okay,
Ball's
boy.
knocked loose. Here's Korkmaz. He's guarded by
Wait,
Davis.
time out real quick.
Korkmaz kicks
Shoot
to
that.
Neto.
Dude. Wait,
It's
time out.
long range. Timeout called the Lakers. If the max contract didn't exist when you were playing, is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Neto's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Here's Smooth. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it.
Well, I tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
Here's Neto. Now, here's Scott. Neto with the bucket. Neto's got 11 points in the quarter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Smooth. Again, what an avalanche.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Ennis. Here's Neto. The feed to O'Quinn. And that one, good.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. But there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. And the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having
You can't guard Mamba.
I wouldn't see
You can't
much
guard
harm in
him.
that to adjust the
You
schedule
cannot guard
accordingly
him.
in terms of how
You
many
can't
games
guard
you play
him,
within
bro.
the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Neto, the pass to O'Quinn. Back to Neto. Clock at 6. Here's Bolden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jay's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Neto, the pass to O'Quinn. Back to Neto. To the middle. And O'Quinn kicks to Korkmaz. From deep 3-point range, another miss by Philadelphia. Here's Smooth. And good. There's another.
and this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Tipped away. Unhindered. Going all the way. And another
with the windmill flush.
And he's been
with the windmill flush
thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Fast break, the Lakers.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year. So tonight we'll make it 46.
And guys, sometimes it's hard during the first meeting of the season to get a feel for a team. But these guys came out and made the